Shalom. First and foremost, we want to say give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth and doing this work in sincerity and in truth, the hopeful elect. Now let's get into the word of the Lord. Now, because right now, we know Esau is shivering and shaking, and he's trying to ramp up his validity in this world, because he's trying to get this chip out for the masses and everything. He knows the Lord is coming. He knows that at the time when the prophets come out, everything is shutting down. So he knows that nuclear war is inevitable. He knows that the prophecies are coming to pass. He knows that the Lord is going to bring the angels, but he knows the men of the Lord got to do the work. You know, because the elites know all this. Joe Six-Pack Cracker don't know nothing. He might heard that we're Israelites, but he blew it off many years ago. You know, and speaking of that, there's a woman at my job, an East Indian woman. I know, you got them other Israelite sects that's around, and then I guess the brother, I was right there, the brother said, shalom to her, right? She said, oh, you know. Basically, I figured that she knew that we Israelites, but they work there, they don't give a fuck about what we are. They know that we're Israelites, but we don't know we're Israelites. This woman got a thick accent for where she's from. That's just part of it, but the whole world knows. But this damn devil is trying to eradicate us, like he's bringing out the Rex 84, because the Rex 84 and the King Alpha plan, which we notice now that it's kind of hard to get the correct one with it. And instead of putting black Hebrew Israelites, they're putting black Muslims. Now these damn devils think they're slick to try to avoid putting things out, because everybody heard about the Rex 84 plan. Now, if you scroll down and start seeing black Hebrew Israelites, it makes some people curious of why these black Hebrew Israelites. See, we're not saying nothing that's a lollipop. That's a lollipop. Some type of fun. Some type of fun sayings to them, or encouragement like these church niggas or anything like that. The men of the Lord are standing out here on the highways and byways prophesying the downfall of this place. And that's not good for their business. That's not good for their business. They're trying to keep their business from forever. They think they make their houses run forever.
The curtains is falling down.
Right.
They're trying to hide all the truth behind the curtains, and we yanking and pulling at them. It's kind of like they on a play, like you got a stage play, and you have other people behind the curtains, and they're not supposed to do nothing until they told to. Esau up on the stage doing his lies and wickedness, and we ripping the curtain. They like, stop that, stop. They don't see it. We talking in the back, in the background, like while they doing their play, their bullshit. We in the background saying, down with Babylon type shit. Getting people like, they're disrupting this play. They're disrupting the show. They disrupted the show to the point where somebody hear them. Because one thing about it, somebody, I ain't say all of them. Somebody that's got ears that the Most High gave it to understand. I got that, Jeremiah.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil.
Come on. Let me start that from the beginning. It says the prophets. Read it from the beginning.
Verse 8. The prophets that have been before me.
The prophets that have been before me. This is Jeremiah, right? Right? So, who was prophesying against them? You got Moses. Moses prophesying against this nation. He told us what was going to happen. Samuel, yep, Isaiah.
Joshua prophesied.
Joshua. They knew this is 1,000 years in advance. So we've been prophesying against this damn devil for thousands of years. Our people been prophesying against us for years, thousands of years. Go ahead, bro.
And before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
And we prophesied against many countries, China, Japan, Russia, India, Persia, hell, Babylon right here, prophesying against all these countries. Go ahead. And many
of war and of evil.
No, go back to king. All the way back to kingdoms, countries, and
Okay,
read that.
Prophesied both against many countries.
Both against many countries and what?
And against great kingdoms.
How many? Hey, Daniel was prophesying against Babylon. and you know, brothers prophesying against with the Persians and the Medes, that empire, the Medo-Persian Empire. Brothers, Babylon, Greece was prophesying against them. All the way down to this Rome, to this kingdom, which we call the Greco-Roman Empire. We've been prophesying against this devil. There's many kingdoms, but who got the grip on the whole earth in their hand? This is a great kingdom still. This damn devil, because everybody followed the way of this devil, so that they still under the rule of this devil. Because why? They got to do a lot of things with this devil's policies. This is so-called white man's policy. The IMF, many countries got this money. If not, they claim they don't. They still got to come and they got to come to business meetings most likely with suit and ties on. So they still following this devil. You know, you might think that's small and minute, but you go to where your oppressor, whatever your oppressor do, that's the way they follow it. You know, and those other nations are not exempt from this. Brother gonna bring that out too in Psalms. Go ahead.
Against many great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right,
war, evils, and pestilences. So what's some of the wars? We all the wars that in the incarnation and the time that we've been in these bodies, and back and forth through the spirit world and back. Our brothers been prophesying against the time that came against us. Actually, basically against us, because most of the time we came peaceable, and then when we came peaceable, they still came up against us. But it was just prophecy that was being entailed, that was told to us that we're gonna have to fall under this base man. Go ahead, bro.
I got another one. This is Revelation chapter 10, verse 11, and this is the angel speaking unto John the Revelator. All right, Revelation chapter 10, verse 11. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
We're going to prophesy against many nations, kindreds, tongues, and what?
Kings.
Kings and kings. We prophesied against this devil, man.
To tell him his world, his kingdom is coming to an end.
And that's the thing. It's a threat to them. It's a threat to their national security.
Oh,
this is a threat to their national security. Meaning, we not saying that we're gonna come with a ground troop. We come with an angelic force. That's taking them out their kingdom to defeat them. And we saying it. What you think? You think they liked it when the prophet was standing on the highways and byways and saying what they were saying? Hey, back then Romans probably was just shooing them off, but niggas didn't, because what? It's part of their benefit package, to try to stop us. That's why you got these Geno Jennings and Jesus the Word and all these other secular groups, even the ones that's in the Israelite sect. Go ahead, bro.
This is because whenever the prophets show up, that signifies that something's about to go down. Right. So we're gonna Lord willing, we're those men. We're not speaking our own words. We're speaking the words. We're vessels of the words of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. That's why Esau can't stand us. That's why he wants to get rid of us. Because in the ancient world, whenever the prophets showed up, everybody knew, okay, he's either about to say that we're about to get jacked up or things are going to be going good for us. And more likely than not, when prophets show up, things is going to get jacked up. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 4. And Samuel did that which Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, Comest thou peaceably?
Like, hey, when you hear the elder apostle Tahar speak, you don't tremble. You don't fear, because when you know it's coming from the Most High. And hey, take it how you want it, but you don't feel when he come up and tell you what y'all ain't doing. Because they trembled in fear. Then you see the apostles, when they command, you know, think about it. The Most High it gave these men understanding beyond understanding. They dealing with these men. Read that again, now.
1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 4. And Samuel did that which Yahweh Bashem Yahushua spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, Comest thou peaceably?
Comest thou peaceably. Now they saying because they know what they was doing. And they know when the prophets come into town. It's basically lights out. It's gonna be some rebuke going on. It's gonna be some
uncovering.
Some uncovering, some disquieting, some discomfort. You know, it's gonna be some type of feeling that you ain't felt at that time because you thought you had a good run. You know, that nobody knows. That's the shit everybody see. And the Most High knows, for real. You know, that's why when the prophets came into town, they was wondering what word do they got for him. Remember with Jonah and Nineveh? He sent, the Most High had him prophesy against. You know, he didn't want to go. He whatever he had to do, but they had to repent. Why? They heard what was said. So they knew they had to repent. Well, that's what I mean. Basically, when the prophets come into town, they know it's something going on. There's something going down. So they got themselves corrected at that moment. And eventually, Nineveh fell anyway. But you know, they knew. So that's why he gives the secrets to his servants. The prophets, he give understanding to them, man. But go ahead, bro.
That was it on that.
Go ahead. What you got?
I got 2 Ezra 9, and he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest the part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before. Then thou shalt understand that the very same time therein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, because the Most High got a certain time that he has set for the day and time that things are gonna happen. And everything that's gonna happen is set forth because the Spirit of the Lord has already ordained what he's going to do. So we'll read that from the top again.
And he answered me then and said...
Go up.
Oh, that's it. He answered me then and said... Oh, come. Beloved... Oh, Slakia. Ezra 8 and 36. Behold, O Lord, thou hast showed me the multitude and of the wonders which thou begin to do in the last times. But at what time thou hast not shown me?
So that's about the time. Go ahead.
And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And that's a reincarnation scripture. Because what he was telling them was, measure the time diligently. And what Ezra was saying, he's saying basically that when you see all these, when the prophecies pass, he said these going to be the time that the Most High is going to visit you. So it's telling you that all the scriptures that he's saying, he's prophesying against the nation. But remember in the 16th chapter, Ezra said, "Woe is me, who gonna save me in those days?"
God.
You know. So read that one more time, bro.
God. Sorry for my...
No, what? Just go ahead.
Okay, God. And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
No, we're looking for the chip, and we're looking for that martial law. So all these things got to come about. He actually said, so these gonna be the times, measure the time diligently, and then he said these gonna be the times after all that happened. That's when the Most High is going to visit. Go ahead.
Verse 3, wherefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproar of the people and of the world, in the world, then shall thou understand that the Most High spoke on these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yeah, even from the beginning, but who else told you about the earthquakes and things? Yahweh Shah told you about that also. Yep. That's 24 in the 24th chapter.
26 and 1.
Yeah,
24 and 7
yeah,
too.
kind of. So he told you about those days of time. That's what the prophets do when they stand out on the highways and byways and become a threat unto this kingdom. When they were on the highways and byways, these devils walk by back and forth.
They don't want us out there disrupting their peace. They want everyone to continue on in their lives.
Right. Be
Whenever
asleep.
we're speaking out there, we're breaking down the strongholds. We're breaking down the borders of wickedness. Well, I was figuratively speaking. All right, we're tearing down the veil that everyone had placed on their eyes their whole life.
Right.
We're telling you that the so-called white man is the devil, that he's Esau according to the Bible. All right, this place is going to be destroyed, nuclear fire. There's going to be a World War III. There's going to be martial law. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. That disrupts the natural flow in this wicked society. That's why they want us off the streets, and very soon they're going to try to take us off the streets.
Come on, bro. Come on. This is Isaiah 16:2. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Now, gross darkness is all these religions,